ಅನುದಿನ ಅನುಕ್ಷಣ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲೂ ಕಲಿಯೋಣ. ಕಲಿಕೆಯ ಹೊಸ ಹಾದಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಜೊತೆಗೂಡಿ ಹೆಜ್ಜೆಯ ಹಾಕೋಣ. ಸಂತಸದಿ ಕಲಿಯೋಣ ನಮ್ಮ ಹೆಮ್ಮೆಯ ಈ ಕ್ಲಾಸಿನಲ್ಲಿ.
Yes, sir. Yes, teacher. Present, ma'am.
Yes. Hi children. Welcome to third language English class. Yes, dear children, today I am going to discuss about prose lesson 6. The prose name is Simpleton. Dear children, I am putting this simple prose in 4 sessions. So, get ready to listen and work with me. Yes. Before going to start the lesson, I would like to tell a story. Do you interested listening a story? Hope you are very much interested in listening a story. Yes. Here is the story, dear children. One dark night, a small group of Mughal soldiers went to Golconda. You know Golconda? Golconda is a name of a port. They saw a moat full of water around the palace. They had to cross the moat and get into the portals of the palace. So, they applied a ladder. You know ladder? Nichchanike anta karitivala ನಾವು. Yes, they applied a ladder against the wall and began to climb it. Just then, a dog began to bark aloud on the top of the wall. Yes. At once the guards were alerted and they rushed towards the palace wall. The guards peeped down the wall from above. They saw some soldiers climbing towards them. Immediately the guards pushed away the ladder and the soldiers on the ladder fell into the moat. The barking of the dog attracted some more guards. They made fires and spotted the enemy. They stopped the enemies for coming within the portals of the palace. Thus, the plan of Mughal soldiers was failed and Golconda was saved by the vigilant means alert and faithful dog. That's how the dog saved the Golconda port. You can see in the picture the Golconda port. Yes, dear children. Now, I don't leave you. I ask you some questions, some very interesting questions. Now, the questions are like this, you know. I have some gaps in a sentence. You have to fill them. Yes, the first one. The dash began to climb the ladder. You know the answer. Who is that? Soldiers. Very good. The soldiers began to climb the ladder. Next one. The dog began to dash aloud from the top of the wall. Yes? Bow bow? Yes. The dog began to bark. Very good, children. And here I have 2 more questions, my dear children, to ask to you. Try to answer these questions. First question. What did the guards do to the ladder? Yes? Very good. The guards pushed away the ladder. Very good. Who saved the Golconda port? Who saved Golconda? The answer is ready. Yes, the dog. By its vigilance and faithfulness, the dog saved Golconda port. Thank you very much, dear children, for participating in the activity. let's begin our main lesson. Yeah, before going to the lesson, I have to tell you about the prose. Here, the simpleton lesson, it's a fantastic story about a boy, and he was called as simpleton, simpleton, simpleton by everybody. What did he do then? What did the simpleton do then? Was he really a simpleton or intelligent? To know this, we have to read and we have to comprehend this story. Before going to read the story, what is your work? We have to go through the vocabulary. Dear children, vocabulary is the very important item to learn any language, especially English. So, let us work on the vocabulary. Learn the new words of the text, dear children. Now, and the first word is, yes, simpleton. The title itself is the first word. What do you mean by simpleton? You know already, because I already told you the antonym of the word simpleton. Simpleton means foolish. I can show you the picture of simpleton. He is called as simpleton. See, my children, I used the word simpleton in my sentence. My friend is a simpleton. My friend is not intelligent. My friend is a simpleton. Very good. This is the first word. And the next word, dear children, anthill. Anthill. Anthill means home of ants. See the picture? This is the beautiful home of ants. See, children, I am using the word anthill in my sentence. Ants live in anthills. We live in homes and live in anthills. Yeah. And next word, dear children. Yes. Fright. What do you mean by fright? Yes. Fright means sudden fear. See the picture? Sudden fear? Yes. The sentence, dear children. It's a frightful scene. Bhayanaka drishya. It's a frightful scene. Accident scene, It's a frightful scene. Yes, dear children. And next word is roast. Do you know what do you mean by roast? Roasted bread, roasted nuts. Roast means cook or fry. I have a beautiful picture for roast. Mouth watering. Roasted chicken. Very good. Yes. We eat roast nuts in the evening. Snacks. Very good. Roast. And next one. Yes. Smother. Smother means, dear children, to suffocate with smoke or fire. It's called smother. See the scene of smother? Yes. People kill bees by smother with fire. If you want to take out the honey, we smother and the bees fly away and we take honey. So that's what people kill bees by smother with fire. Yes. And one more word, castle. Don't get confused, dear children. It's not castle. Castle. Castle means fortified house. I have a beautiful picture for that. Castle. The sentence is, the queen was kept in the castle. The queen was kept in the castle. That's it. My dear children, this is all about the vocabulary. Now, let's jump into the text. Let's jump into the text, the story of a boy called Simpleton. Yes. For that, you have to refer page 59 to 61 of your textbook. Have you opened your textbook? Hope you already opened your textbook. Yes. Let me read this with little explanation. I read the text with little explanation. Get ready and try to comprehend my reading and explanation also. Later, I have very beautiful and simple questions to ask you, and you have to answer. So be ready and be competitive. A king had two sons who were thought to be very clever, but they wasted their time and money and never did very much good in the world. They had a younger cousin whom they called Simpleton, 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 because he was quiet and very simple. See children, once upon a time, in a kingdom, there was a king. He had two children. He had two boys. Those boys thinking themselves as very intelligent. And they did not do any good things in this world. But they had a younger cousin. Younger means chikkama, puttama, chikkavanu, not elder, younger cousin. And they called him with simpleton, simpleton, simpleton. Because that younger cousin was always quiet and he was very simple. They made fun of him, telling him that he would never get along in the world because he was not as clever as they were. They were telling, oh simpleton, you will not come in this world, you will not come front in this world because you are not clever as we. One evening, they all went out for a walk, and in their path they found an anthill. The two elder brothers wanted to upset the anthill. See the picture? One evening, the two brothers along with young cousin Simpleton went for walking. They came to an anthill, but the two brothers, who were the sons of the king, they wanted to upset the anthill. What did happen next? So, they could see the little ants running about in their fright and carrying away their eggs to safe place. But the simpleton said, they wanted to get amusement by disturbing the ants. They wanted to see the ants going here and there, running here and there with fright and carrying their eggs. But simpleton, what did he say, you know? No, let the poor little things be alone. Don't spoil their nice house. And he also said, then they went on until they came to a lake where many ducks were swimming. See, the simpleton did not allow the brothers to spoil the anthill. They left until they forward again. Where they came to a lake, you know, lake, water, yeah, lake. And in lake there were many ducks were swimming. The brothers wished to catch one of the ducks and roast. The brothers, you know, they wanted to catch one duck and wanted to roast it and wanted to eat it. Simpleton said, please leave the poor birds in peace. I can't bear to have you kill any one of them. Simpleton opposed it. I don't want to kill. He said, we should not kill ducks, poor ducks. Let them be free. Let them swim in the lake, he said. So the ducks were left to live, and the three brothers walked again until they came to a bee's nest in a tree with the honey running all over the trunk. There was a bee's nest and the honey was trickling down. The two brothers wanted to light a fire under the tree to smother the bees. They wanted to kill the bees and they wanted to drink the honey, so that they could take away the honey. But the younger cousin begged them not to. Don't fire the bees, he said. Simpleton said. Yes, Leave the poor things in peace, said he. I can't bear to think of them being burnt. He said, I don't allow you to burn the bees. Again, the two brothers listened him to, even though they thought him stupid, even though they thought simpleton, stupid, foolish, their younger cousin. They listened his words. They all walked until they came to a castle. The two brothers and younger cousin simpleton came to a castle. Yes, this is what all about the text, dear children. Now, I'll see how many of you understood the lesson. How many of you listened to my reading and explanation? For that purpose, I'll ask you a simple question, my dear children. And the first question, see the first question. How did the boys call the cousin? Your answer is ready. Yes? Yes? Simpleton, simpleton, simpleton. Stupid, foolish, so and so, so and so. Yes. Second question. Who wanted to upset the anthills? Simpleton? No. Yes. The two brothers who were the sons of the king, you know. Those two brothers wanted to upset the ants. See in the picture? Yes. And next one. Why did the brothers wish to catch the ducks? The brothers wanted to catch the ducks, you know. Why? Why? Yes. They wished to catch the ducks to roast or fry them and eat them. They wanted to do like this, you know. Dear children, see the picture. They wanted to do the ducks like this and eat it. And next question. Yes. Very good. What did the brothers want to smother? They want to smother something. What did they want to smother? Yes. The brothers wanted to smother the bee's nest and wanted to take away the honey. See? They wanted to smother this bee nest and wanted to take away the honey, or they wanted to eat the honey. They wanted to disturb the honeybees. Yes. That's it, my dear children. Now, let's understand more about the text. Yes. Attitude of brothers and simpleton towards anthill. Yes. Brothers wanted to, what is the attitude of the brothers about anthill? Yes? They wanted to upset the ants. But simpleton, not to spoil their house. He wanted to not to spoil their house. About ducks, brothers, yes, they wanted to catch and roast. But simpleton, don't want to kill them. He let them swim in the lake. What about bees? Brothers smother the bees and eat the honey. And simpleton don't want to burn. Let them live their life. So this is all about the attitudes of brothers and simpleton towards anthill, ducks and bees, dear children. That's it. And let me take you to some grammar points. In this episode, I am discussing about primary auxiliaries. Don't get confused, dear children. Auxiliaries means helping verbs. There are two kinds of helping verbs are there in English. One is primary auxiliaries, another one is modals. But today I am intended to discuss primary auxiliaries, so that you have to know what are the primary auxiliaries. See here in the chart, primary auxiliaries, there are three types of primary auxiliaries are there: be forms, do forms, have forms. All the three forms have two times and two tense. One is present tense, another one is past tense. Be forms of present tense are am, is, are. And be forms of past tense are was, were. And do forms of present tense are do, does. And do forms of past tense is did. Have forms present tense are only two, has and have. And have forms past tense is only one, that is had. Totally there are 11 primary auxiliaries are there in English. Let's work on B forms. I'll just brush up or orient about B forms now. See children, I am going to Mysore. Another one thing I left out, primary auxiliaries have very unique feature. They act in double role. One role is main verbs, another one is helping verbs. I told you already, auxiliaries are helping verbs. They do their work as auxiliaries, they do their work as main verbs also. Here is an example how they are used. I am going to Mysore. Here am is used as auxiliary. But see this example, my dear children. I am a teacher. Here am is working as main verb. One more example. Sheila is eating cupcakes. Here is auxiliary. Here is auxiliary. But here see this example. Vaibhav is an IAS officer. See here is main verb. Again, one more example. People are watching drama. Here or is auxiliary. But see this example. Rahim was watching TV. It's main verb. And one more example, dear children. We were keeping silence. We were keeping silence. Here were is MV. Here were is MV. Like this. And let's work on do forms. See the example. Arun eats a mango. Arun eats a mango. And you might have asked a question, sir, in this sentence, where is do form? See children, the do is hidden in eats. That's the main verb. Eat plus does, that's auxiliary, is equal to eats. Here comes does. In the main verb eats, dear children, you can see I splitted the word eats and presented here. Here it is does, auxiliary. And one more example. Ramu does the work. Here does is MV. Yes. There it is hidden in main verb, but it is main verb. We buy books in the market. We buy books in the market. Where is do form? Yes, here comes the do form. Buy plus do. Do is an auxiliary and it becomes as buy. There is no change at all. Yes, one more example. We do the homeworks. Here do is homework. You know, dear children, does, do, and one more. Rama killed Ravana. Very good old example in English. Rama killed Ravana. Here there is kill plus did, auxiliary, and it is killed. My dear children, you have to observe does in Ramu does, we do, and one more example. Kamala did the sum. In these three example, do, does, did are acting as MV, but in a splitted example, they are doing as they are being as auxiliaries. And let's go to another one more form, that is have form. Here are the have forms. Be alert. You have done excellent work. You have done excellent work. Here have is auxiliary, but here, I have a car. I have a car. Here have is main verb. It is showing the possession of the noun I have a car. Here one more example. Rashmi has travelled around the world. See, Rashmi has travelled around the world. Here has is auxiliary, but take this example. My friend has a car. My friend has a car. Again has is MV and it is doing the possession. My friend has what? Car. Then one more example, dear children. Yes, they had gone to Kashmir. Here had is auxiliary, but take this example, we had 2 cars. We had 2 cars, but we don't, right now we don't have a single bicycle. We had 2 cars. Past possession. In those two examples in present tense, present possession, here it is past possession. So auxiliaries work as main verbs also and helping verbs also. Let's work some examples, dear children. Here I have given some blanks, one blank in one sentence. You have to fill the blank. And the blanks are like this. Children dash. I have given the auxiliaries to you, children. Are, is, am. Children dash playing in the ground. And the verb, the noun children is plural. Am, is, are. What is the answer? Yes, or is the answer. And next one. When dash, do or does, you come to school, come to my school. Yes, your answer, not does. Here is the subject is you, so do. And one more example, dear children. Yes, Ramesh dash has read all the books. Ramesh dash read all the books. Not have. Yes, has. And then next one. Sheila dash going to Sheila, third person, Sheila is going to Koppal today. And one more example. She dash not to do well. She dash not to do well. Yes, the answer is yes, she does not do well. It's the primary auxiliaries. That's how we should use. And let's recap what do we know so far. Very simple, dear children. Yes, one incident. The king had 2 sons. They had taught to be very, very clever. They had a cousin whom they call as simpleton, as he was quiet and simple. Yes. Next, one evening they went out for a walk. On the way they found 3 things. Yes. The 2 brothers wanted to disturb an anthill, but simpleton stopped them. Right? Next. Yes, they met ducks and wished to roast one, but simpleton requested not to do so. And the last incident of the today in the story, they came to a bee's nest and they desired to smother, but simpleton prevented them. That's it, dear children. By this activity, I am closing my today's episode. And before leaving, I will give you some works, dear children. Do on your own, at your homes. Don't waste your time. Yes. Answer these questions, dear children. They are very simple questions. Why did the brothers call their younger brother as simpleton? Very simple question. And one more, what attitude were the brothers had towards the different animals? I already told you what attitudes they have on different animals like that. And one more question. What quality did the younger cousin brother show on the 3 animals? Think on the text. Read the text on your own at your own pace and try to answer these questions. In my next class, dear children, I'll ask these answers to you. Get ready for my next episode. Till then, take care and read. Stay with your studies. Stay at home. Stay safe. Thank you. And this is your beloved teacher, Suresh Abigiri from Koppal district. Thank you, one and all.
ಅನುದಿನ ಅನುಕ್ಷಣ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲೂ ಕಲಿಯೋಣ, ಕಲಿಕೆಯ ಹೊಸ ಹಾದಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಜೊತೆಗೂಡಿ ಹೆಜ್ಜೆಯ ಹಾಕೋಣ, ಸಂತಸದಿ ಕಲಿಯೋಣ ನಮ್ಮ ಹೆಮ್ಮೆಯ ಈ ಕ್ಲಾಸಿನಲ್ಲಿ.
Yes, sir. Yes, teacher. Present, ma'am.